What's good, YouTube? Lots of here. Today we are here with UPU week number 2, season number 3, and today we are going against our good friend Bidoof, coach of the Anjo Absols. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know right now that this is post commentary, and I apologize for that. After I ended my recording of the battle, I realized that my audio didn't record, and I felt bad. And I'm sorry, guys. This is gonna be the only week with post commentary. I'm actually doing post commentary this time instead of just recording the battle and putting it up. So this is gonna be kind of different for me. So I apologize if I, don't say anything or stuff of that nature. But so first, I'm just gonna go over our team, what we are bringing and why, and then we're just gonna jump right into the battle. So first off, Bidoof has Lander's Eye, and yes, that's Sheer Force, Jirachi, Gudra, Infernape, Quillfish, Togetic, Alolan Persian, Mischievous, Mega Glalie, Blissey, and Vikavolt. Now, off the bat, that team already sounds scary, and personally, I was scared of the team, I was scared of the Lando, I was scared of literally everything on her roster. So, this is like the team I felt would do the best. So, this week, I was running a, I was running a Choice Scarfed, fully invested into special attack, Cobalion, because Hidden Power Ice had a chance to OHKO. If not, it would just bring it low enough for me to kill it with another Pokemon that we'll get to in a second. But with Cobalion being special, I know since she has a Blissey, so I know that was kind of like I should have ran a mixed, but I felt like this was like my only way to deal with Lando, which I should have just thought a little bit more around it. And just instead of just focusing on one thing, because that's the problem I've had these last 2 weeks, is focusing on one thing and not having another to take care of another thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, well, we're bringing Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, Volt Switch, and Hidden Power Ice. Volt Switch, to pivot. Focus Blast for stab, Flash Cannon for stab, also for the Togetic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 56 in HP, just because I had the extra 56. I didn't really need it in attack because I already outsped Lando, even if it tried to speed creep me. So yeah, and then the next one I think so, yeah. Anyways, next Pokemon we had was Moonar Umbreon, max HP, max special defense, 4 defense. Basically just your standard specially defensive wall. For that Lando, I could eat the hits. Again, I'm focusing too much on Lando, focusing too much on one Pokemon, but I could eat hits from that Lando if it was special, a Sheer Force. Gudra, I can eat hits. Togetic, I can actually eat a Dazzling Gleam. Infernape, if it was special, I think I could eat a couple of hits. Vikavolt, I can eat hits. And, just the special attackers I can eat to hit from. Heal Bell, Toxic, the usual set. And the next Pokemon I went ahead and picked up was Garchomp. And we're running Rocky Helmet, but not defensive. The reason for that is I didn't know what item to put on Garchomp, because I think I put, I don't know why I didn't put a Z move, if anything, but anyways, Garchomp was basically here for everything else. Dragon Claw took care of Gudra, Earthquake took care of Jirachi, Infernape, Quillfish, Credility sort of, whatchamacallit, anything on this thing would take care of Blissey, Stone Edge for Vikavolt, for Mega Glalie, and in Stealth Rocks, just so I can get that, chip damage off and whatnot. Next Pokemon we went ahead and had was Lorenzo, our Kecleon, Assault Vested, Fake Out, Drain Punch, Shadow Sneak, and Ice Punch. Fake Out, usual stab. Shadow Sneak is just for the stab priority as well. Drain Punch was, to be honest, mostly for Blissey, and then whatever else followed, and Ice Punch for the, again, Landorus, but it also covered Gudra and Togetic, and I believe Credility, if I don't know. Anyways, next one we went ahead and brought was Kurama, our Ninetales, Drought, rocking Flamethrower, Psyshock, Solar Beam, and Nasty Plot. Flamethrower, Psyshock, again for Blissey. Solar Beam for the, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I ran Solar Beam. I think it was for, no, did Bidoof trade Pokemon? No, she didn't, so I don't know why. Oh no, yes she did. Oh, I thought she had Alomomola, and she switched at the beginning of the week, and I didn't really realize that. But that's pretty much why there was Solar Beam on there. But you guys are gonna see something in the battle. The last Pokemon we brought was Aerial, the Primarina leftovers, rocking Scald, Moonblast, Ice Beam, and Shadow Ball. Scald for pretty much everything. If I could get that burn, that'd be great. Moonblast, pretty much for everything as well. She didn't really have a good switch into that except for Jirachi. Ice Beam for Lando, for, you know, the other stuff, and Shadow Ball kind of just for Mischievous, but that wasn't really too scary. I wasn't really too scared of that thing. I was rocking max speed, max HP, max special attack, bold nature, forward defense, just so I could eat some of those hits. And with, I forgot to go over Kurama, max special attack, max speed, and 4 in special defense. Now guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the battle. Alright guys, we're here in the battle. I apologize for how, if the layout looks kind of wonky, it's only because I'm using Showdown, the replay thingamabobber, and yeah, so again, we went ahead and brought our team, and she ended up bringing her Goodra, her Infernape, her Togetic, her Jirachi, her Blissey, and her Mega Glalie. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what I led with, but I do think I led with Cobalion, just so I could get that, let's put it to normal speed. But I do believe I let off with Cobalion just so I could get that, like, pivot if needed. So I'm gonna go, oh no, we actually led with, oh yeah, I think I wanted to get up Stealth Rocks, but then this thing kind of scared me out because I don't know why it scared me out, to be honest, because I could have Stone Edged, and actually no, the calc was it was only like a 12.5% chance to kill, and that's why I switched out. I know I would have killed it if I could have. But it gets the crit first turn on our Cobalion after we switch out. She switches out into her Jirachi. We went ahead and Focus Blast. We missed. So already turn 2, and we're already off to a bad start of the battle. Got critted, then missed a move, but it's okay because we're still gonna manage. We switch into Umbreon, and she goes for Calm Mind. I think here I doubled out into Garchomp. Oh yeah, I think I predicted her to switch out, but she didn't switch out. But this didn't matter to me because I could just Earthquake here. I think I still went ahead and Earthquaked as she switched out into Togetic. And here I switched out and I go into Umbreon. I think she Dazzling Gleam, yeah. And another crit happened on us, which is unfortunate. But we went ahead and Wish here because we couldn't eat anything from this Togetic. Now I think I went for Toxic, I believe. And she switches out into her Infernape. I do Toxic the Infernape, so that's okay. We got our Wish off, and we heal back up, which is A-okay. We got ahead and switch out into Primarina. Yep, okay. I'm starting to remember it, and she reads me, which is a great play on her part. I should have seen that coming, but she read me pretty good. So we went ahead and switched out immediately into Garchomp. Thunder Punch, we're immune, so she's taking that toxic damage now. She went ahead and switched out because she knows that she would have kept taking that bad damage. We went for Stealth Rocks, and then we switch out again. I believe she defogged here. Yep, getting the Stealth Rocks away, so basically we wasted a turn there. But now she has to switch out into Jirachi, or no, to whatever this thing is, the Blissey, and we Volt Switch into our Kecleon because we got Drain Punch on it. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna pause this real fast. I really don't like the Gen 6 sprites, like with my Pokemon. That's why I played last week with the Gen 5 for sprites, because they just look so much better, if you know what I mean. So yeah, she goes ahead and withdraws and sends in Jirachi. We just fake out because, you know, just that chip damage. I believe right now, yeah. Oh, we Shadow Sneak, got that clean 29% off. She Flash Cannons. We eat that because we're Assault Vested. I want to say we switched out. Yeah, we did, into our Kurama. With our Gel activates, she Flash Cannons again. Only does 22% this time. I guess we double out. I don't remember doubling into Garchomp as she switches out into this thing. Alright, I sent out my Stealth Rocks again, thinking that she had nothing to kill me, but she had Ice Beam and critted me, which is like the 4th crit already. But whatchamacallit, the crit on Ice Beam didn't matter, so I didn't really threat over it. So she goes ahead and switches out of Blissey into Togetic. We Drain Punch, only get like 6% off. We Shadow Sneak here, get 15% off this time. She defogs the rocks away, so now we have no way of getting the rocks back up. I think I was predicting her to be faster than me and gonna Dazzling Gleam, I believe. Yeah, I was predicting her to be faster than me because if she would have Dazzling Gleamed, I would have took unnecessary damage. But I wasn't thinking. I could have gotten the kill guaranteed, and I didn't. I kind of I'm like second guessing myself a lot in this battle, and I just didn't Ice Beam, which would have killed, and I could have still had the rocks, but it doesn't really matter now. So she sends in Darth Vader, his Glalie. I switch out immediately. She misses Sing, so now we know that it has Sing, and that's kind of scary. So right now we just go ahead and Flash Cannon, predicting for it to stay in, but it didn't. So now we're in a weird predicament here. We switch out into our Umbreon because that's like the only thing that can take the Jirachi on. Now that Garchomp's gone. So, and I think, she's gonna keep Calm Minding. I just straight up Follow Play because Follow Play is a 2-hit KO from that range. And she rests. I believe she isn't. She's Rest, Sleep Talk, Calm Mind, and I forget her other move. Because I don't think Flash Cannon. No, yeah, Flash Cannon. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep Follow Playing here until it dies. Yeah, she got, I guess, unfortunate for getting Sleep Talk Rest 2 times in a row. So yeah, okay, there we go. 2 times in a row, and then Umbreon goes ahead and kills the Jirachi. Now I believe she switched into the Blissey. We missed the Toxic, unfortunately. Gets the Charge Beam off, gets +1 special attack. So at this point, I kind of knew that it was a special set that Blissey was running. Fire Blast only did 15% to us. Yeah, now she's gonna start taking toxic damage, but she does have Natural Cure and switches out into Dr. Dra, and I go ahead and Wish here. I believe I switch into Primarina, but she reads me again and goes ahead and knocks out my Primarina. And at this point, I'm just like, oh my god, this could actually be trouble. So I go ahead into Lorenzo. We fake out, and I believe we Ice Punch this next turn because we're Assault Vested. We eat that Thunderbolt, and yep, alright. So we Ice Punch and we knock out the Goodra. Sadly, suffering for the Gooey drop, but it's okay because we have Shadow Sneak instead. So she Mach Punches. I think Shadow Sneak. Okay, so yeah. So now he can't Mach Punch because I'm a Ghost type. So I go ahead and Drain Punch here, I believe, because that's... Oh, I don't know why I didn't Drain Punch. Okay. Well, Kurama, we're asleep now, sadly. So we have to go ahead and switch out into Umbreon. Umbreon doesn't take this as I want it to. Then she uses Explosion, knocking out the Umbreon. So now it's at a 3-0, and I'm like, my Pokemon are crippled to all like living heck. So we go ahead and fake out and kill the Umbreon, but this Blissey is gonna be a problem considering the fact that all my Pokemon are crippled and one sleep. So it goes for Charge Beam, gets the +1, and kills our Lorenzo. And at this point, I knew she has Fire Blast, and I don't know why I wasn't physical. I could have knocked this thing out, but we go ahead and Focus Blast. We Focus Blast again, but I believe she wishes. Yeah, she wishes. No, I could have killed with a high roll, but I got another like a low / mid roll, and she knocks us out, and she gets back up to 56%. And now here is like where I could have won if I didn't have the fire up. So the drought kind of messed us up. She goes ahead and Charge Beam. She doesn't get the boost this time. I believe we wake up this turn. Yep, and we go ahead and go for Nasty Plot. once, and then she wishes, and we go for nasty plot again, and she goes ahead and fire blast, and she gets another crit. Now if she didn't crit me, I could have ended up winning the game, because from this next turn, as you guys can see, Psy Shock does 52%. Well, even then, she missed, and that was like, alright, I just need another mid roll to win. And I get a low roll again. And she goes ahead and knocks me out with the Fire Blast, living on 2%, which is very unfortunate. But that was a really good game. Just a lot of stuff that happened in her favor. I'm not really complaining, but a lot of stuff did happen in her favor. Living on 2%, we could have ended up winning, but it's alright, because we're going to come back stronger than ever next week. Actually, next week on week 3, we do not have a battle. Because since there are 19 people in the league, we have an off week or a bye week, if you sports fans know. So we're not gonna have a battle next week, but we will be battling Shadow Link week number 4. So be tuned for that. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. The Bikini Bottom Blastoise are 0-2, sadly, but we are still going to make it to playoffs. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. My name's Anjo. I will talk to you guys later. Take care, guys. See ya.